West Asia war, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has now cited India's diplomatic efforts, saying that India is managing both domestic and external challenges. And this is an optimism in India that is otherwise lacking. But, however, we are now looking at the positive projection where India currently stands, being on the rare side, because India is in talks with Iran. India is in talks with Israel and also with the United States of America.
These anxieties, it must nevertheless be appreciated that the prospects of those graduating today in India are far brighter than before. In fact, there is optimism. There is an optimism in our society that is lacking in many other parts of the world. Now you could ask, why is that? Perhaps because in the last 10 years have been much better, giving rise to the confidence that the next 10 and those beyond will also be. We are, after all, now among the top 5 economies. No one can dispute that the multiple global shocks that have recently tested our resilience, and that India has come through that solidly. We have managed both domestic and external challenges fairly successfully.
Former diplomat Mr. KB Fabian is connected with us. Sir, good afternoon. India standing in this current crisis, sir, because one may be of the opinion, as far as the opposition is concerned, that India's foreign policy is under attack or under question. However, India has had a stand right from day one. We follow diplomacy and de-escalation and dialogue.
Yes, thank you. The aim is quite right in saying, that we all need to be optimistic. And we have done very well during the last 10 years. But just a couple of points. One is that it is true that India is the 5th largest economy, but it also remains true that India has the greatest number of poor people in the world. So we have to, just don't go for the quantity of GDP. Also look at, the distribution, and also the per capita income is so very low. So a little more holistic. Second is that diplomacy has been a great success, and we got our ships, they could pass through the Strait of Hormuz and all that. At the same time, we should also recognize that despite the initial mistake made in giving total support to Israel, we are now correcting that policy, and now we have sort of formulated a policy which promotes peace and dialogue, and rather than, bombing, and that is very appropriate, and I'm sure that India's voice will be heard with respect by the rest of the international community, especially since India is the leader of the global south, and Prime Minister Modi has unequaled reputation among the world leaders.
Yes, appreciate you joining us here on the broadcast, Mr. Fabian, because that seems to be the very sentiment that External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar seems to be relaying, saying that diplomatic efforts, India has managed both domestic and also external challenges. With that, we head into a very short break. You're watching Times Now.